G'day legends, today I'm going to share some of my tips and tricks on how you can land your first kingfish. Number 1. Pressure point. Find the pressure point where structure and current meet. This may involve looking at charts before you dive. Headlands that stick out towards deeper water are a good place to start, as they will naturally be hit by more current, and the kingfish will swim right past that point and hopefully you. Number 2. Yakka, or the bait. When you're out there trying to get to your pressure point, look for bait fish or yakka. It seems to be the food source for them that we spearos find and follow. Look out for a larger school, as smaller schools are harder to follow and move to erratically. You want to find bait that is actively moving through the water or feeding and not asleep on the bottom. A good sign is if the bait is constantly, suddenly changing direction. Number 3. Finding kingfish. When following the yakka around, you may see the school spook. A sudden change in direction of the entire school as the bait seemed to be fleeing away from something. This is the telltale sign of a predator and potentially your first kingfish. When you see the bait spook, immediately dive down and try to get down to the level the bait were on. Start scanning the area for pelagics. Often, this is when kingfish will make an appearance and give you a good shot. Just remember, the legal size is 65 centimeters here in New South Wales. Always check the current rules of where you're fishing. Quite often, you will have smaller kingfish, also known as rats, come up to you. In my experience, unless it is a larger school, the only ones that will come up to you and hang around are rats or kingfish that are just legal, and it's not worth taking the chance on a smaller fish. Number 4. Aiming. When aiming at a kingfish, usually you get a broadside angle. You want to aim on the lateral line of the fish just behind the peg fin. For me, this is great placement for a holding shot and has worked many times, although sometimes you can't get this angle and aiming around this area is best. You don't want to aim at the guts as the spear can tear out. Number 5. Landing fish and dispatching. After you have placed a good shot in the fish, you want to immediately swim to the surface. You may need to back up on the float line as you surface, ideally still holding onto the line to keep some pressure on the fish. However, safety is the most important thing, so if you need to, you can let go of the float line and swim straight to the surface. Once you get to the surface, you need to keep pressure on the line, keeping the fish from swimming down into the reef. This is a great opportunity for your dive buddy to shoot a fish, as the rest of the school of kings will circle the injured fish. Anyway, as you keep pressure on the fish, slowly bring it in, and if you feel a tug, you can let the fish run and tire itself out. I would aim to have the fish landed in under 5 minutes, or think about getting a second shot from your buddy. The less the fish suffers, the better the fish will taste, so there is every incentive to have the fish landed ASAP. Not only that, but a struggling fish attracts sharks. When you make progress in pulling the fish in and get closer to the spear, keep in mind that grabbing the spear often wakes the fish up, and often they will kick hard. You may need to bear hug the fish, but watch the spear that's in your fish, as you don't want to be injured by it. You can also grab the tail, but this can be harder. When you have the fish, the first thing you want to do is get your hand in the gills. This will be the end of the fight, but be careful on larger kings. The gill plate can close hard and injure your fingers. As soon as you get your hand in the gills, you want to brain and bleed the fish.